I can't take it anymore, dude. We're such a good streamer. We're so good at this, dude. Anyways, I couldn't take any more of this shitty ass music, dude. Just dog shit music. I gotta get some better music. Anyways, we're going to peruse. I also have some other friends inviting to open panels.
Why do they follow him? Because it isn't just you that says that shit, dude. You hear
for 3 o'clock in Utah time, which is 2 o'clock Pacific, 5 o'clock Eastern.
I'm trying to see if I want to join this or not.
Go to
it definitely sounds like they're cheering in the background.
The Fox. Trump just posted that Charlie Kirk is dead. What did Trump say?
Crazy, dude. Crazy, dude. Yeah, this whole thing is just fucking wild, dude. It's so wild. Everybody's talking about this shit. Where is restream? There it is. We're gonna do some classic. Do some Charlie Kirk highlight, dude. Some Charlie Kirk highlight, dude. Best of Charlie Kirk. R.I.P. See if there's any R.I.P. edits yet. No. God dang, dude. Let's actually do this. You know what I mean? This is what I wanted to do earlier. Let's do some TikTok scrolling, dude. I just send myself TikTok sometimes. Is that weird? Is that gay? You're welcome. All right, let's see. Hold on, some loser's calling me. What's up, dude?
What up?
Oh, you know, just fucking preparing for the imminent takeover. I'm waiting.
I just saw your message. I realized that it says invisible.
What says invisible? I don't know.
Nice. Hold on, I can't hear you in Discord yet. Not sure why.
Oh, that's on your side. I can hear you.
Discord.
I need to get a better camera, dude. How does my camera suck ass, dude? I need a mustache cam. I need a separate
Test.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Test.
Yeah, I can hear you. I
Still
can hear
testing.
you.
I just can't hear yet. I gotta fix the audio.
I can hear you. perfectly fine.
Noises
I
or
can
something.
hear you perfectly fine. We're gonna start doing
Say,
some
I love
TikTok
China.
scrolling.
China.
China is my
Dude, I
social
love China
credit
too.
score is China.
Oh my god. Xi Jinping, dude. My dad. All right. I think we're good.
How? All right. So what's up, dude? Are you enjoying your goy
Man.
slop?
Yeah,
Your goy slop mass casualty event?
yeah, man. Wow, what a blessing. You know what I mean?
You're
Just that Yahweh blessed me with another day.
hell yeah.
You know, it could have been me, you know what I mean? But
Right.
Yahweh said, "Man, you're
Yeah.
cool, dude. You
You
get another one."
were one of the good ones today.
Why don't you but here's a cold one. Why don't you crack that open?
Yeah. Here. Enjoy. You get to enjoy another day of goy slop, seed oils, and
Oh my
TV
god, yeah.
shows about America's next top faggot or whatever's going to happen. Welcome.
What a blessing.
You're welcome. At least it wasn't you. So I'm loving it, dude.
Wow. Just man. Sunshine and
Yeah.
communism.
Yeah.
Just
It's a good day,
everything's
dude.
peachy.
It's a good day to be a Wolverine, dude. It's a great day to be a Wolverine. Yeah, I was gonna do a best of Charlie Kirk, but I don't think there is. Wait, is my stream still on the wrong screen? No, it's not. Stream's just retarded. What is happening today, dude? I'm a professional.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just scrolling TikTok or Twitter, to be honest.
Yep. That was my mistake today too.
Yeah, dude, it's like bizarre. His whole fucking neck meat is just blown out.
Yeah,
And some guys like fucking dude. I posted a fucking Twitter, and I'm like, hey, because I'm scrolling TikTok, and it was like every other video was just fucking blood gushing out of Charlie's fucking neck, and I was like, so then I was like, all right, let me be the example. So I like posted a nice video of like Charlie with his family and shit, and like some stupid voiceover and this just a night he's like going shopping with his daughters and shit. And I'm like, please stop sharing the horrific videos of Charlie Kirk being gunned down in Utah. I think his family would want to like.
Did you get
Imagine his family trying to get no, but I'm like, imagine his family trying to get on social media in the aftermath. Share something pleasant for their sake. Pray for his wife and children. And some fucking dingus gets on there and comments, and he's like, I think you would want the world to see what happened to him. I'm like, yeah, fucking dumbass. Everybody saw it, okay? But like, he probably also wants him to be able to scroll, without seeing his neck fucking dumping blood out every other video.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, you fucking idiots, man. And I was getting into it with Connor Points, the guy who he was like bills himself as like the radical centrist or like the enlightened centrist position or whatever. He's like always going on Destiny's fucking panels and shows and shit like that. It's funny. It's like the enlightened centrist, but also leftists. I'm never gonna call out leftists anymore.
Of course not. No.
and I'm going to partner with Progressive Victory, but only for the. I only partnered with them for the election. I'm not partnered with them anymore. Like, that was the last time we got into it. I was like, come on, dude.
can't help but see the irony, bro.
I know, like, and so
He's
then
so
people
ironic.
are posting stuff that basically, like, you know, hey, something's coming, and he's like, or hear me out, we could all take a step back and chill the fuck out before it gets worse. I'm like, gets worse? It doesn't. What do you mean gets worse? It doesn't fucking get any worse, dude. We're already there. Like, the center is
We've been
dead.
there, bro.
The center's dead, and you and your friends enabled its death today. Like,
Yep.
that's what happened. It's over. What do you mean? Take a step. Whoa, guys! I know a guy has just fucking bled out in front of 100 fucking people, and millions of people saw it live. You know, all over the world. But let's take a step back, dude.
Yeah. That's what I was literally about to say too. Like, I'm ready for the Vice News articles. Like, okay, yeah, we killed Charlie Kirk. Here's why that's actually a good thing.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna. Yeah. Oh, it's crazy, dude. I was watching some other people streaming it. DPH, Dave Patrick Harry. He's a guy. He's like an Orthodox streamer or whatever. He mostly does like he does similar to like Jay, but he doesn't do as much like debates. But he does like the esoteric, like he touches on like the sort of inner workings and the kind of weird conspiracies and ties it into like, you know, the sort of like demonic world, the spiritual world, the Orthodox way, different things like that. So his a guest that he had on actually had a really interesting thing to say about it, where he was talking about, though, like the fact that there are political factions, like there are not factions, but there are like class factions. All of them are the upper echelon. They're all essentially American royalty, but they're splitting up. They're like dividing. There's like a couple families, and I gotta now I'm like intrigued. I gotta go, because he didn't like get heavy into it, but he was like, you know, talking about the Simmons family and the Mercer family and how they're kind of like splitting, going their separate ways, even though they've always been basically attached to the hip, and they basically made all their money together. And the Mercer family is what Nick Fuentes was calling Tucker Carlson out for the other day, like being Mercer family's bitch, essentially, because they funded like Breitbart News and Tucker Carlson and JD Vance and all this shit too. They were a big part of like funding JD Vance. So it's like, and these families kind of made their monies together, and now they're kind of like splitting ways, and there's more of that like happening. Yeah, Teriak, the train has left the station. Oh, by the way, we're gonna go to Abe's as soon as Abe gets on. So Teriak, go over there. We can yell at each other later. Actually, no. Maybe today's not a good day to argue for no reason. But me and Teriak have a beef we need to settle, dude. Actually, not really, but
does he have any public speaking events coming up?
No, he's just Irish, dude. So we gotta fight.
Oh,
We're just gonna fight.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say, because like I had this really cool idea that I got from the Democrats today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
Yeah, tell me later.
Yeah, I'll stream.
Yeah.
Super
But yeah, so
crazy.
but there is like some truth to that. I think I've been saying that, but that's before I even knew about, you know, the bagels and the CIA and the FBI and the NSA and all this kind of like. Even before that, I was kind of getting the feeling, I'm like, it doesn't feel like the Republicans and the Democrats is like real. It's like there are these factions that exist like in the upper echelons, in the highest class of American society, and they're splitting up. Those groups that normally all hang out together regardless of all that, because power is power, there's no longer enough bread to go around. There's no longer enough of this pie that is the American wealth to go around. They all see the writing on the wall, and these 13 families or so, or whatever it is, that are basically the royal class of America, are splitting up, and they're starting to go after each other. And once those families start to go after each other, that's when we get, you know, the civil wars, and that's when we get the French revolutions, and you know, so I'm not a fan. I mean, I'm not looking forward to where things are going, but I am curious to see where it goes, I guess, if that's the way to I don't want to see, but I don't think I have a choice. So like I would be interested to read it in a book, in a history book, not like experience the history in real time.
Yeah, that'd
I
be kind of
guess.
cool to not
Like,
have to live through it.
yeah, I don't want to fucking live through this. But you know, yeah, Terry, I'll see you over there. Yeah, we won't do much yelling. There's too much shit going on. We can fight each other later. But no, me and Teriak just got into it because I tell him to mind his own business because he's European. But it's fine. He gets it. But yeah, I would rather be like a, you know, an observer later on in history, not an observer in real time. But yeah, we don't really have that luxury, so we're just gonna have to fucking rough it. We're gonna have to figure it out, dude.
Watch the chimp out, bro.
Yeah, but the chimp out is gonna be. That's what's funny, you know, and it kind of ties back into the other thing, right? What's up, Jason? Kind of ties back into the fucking into the Iryna, whatever the hell her name is, stabbing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The white people chimping out is generally not something you want to see. It's not something you want to experience. Historically, Europeans chimping out means like nations colliding.
I don't know.
It's
dude.
not
I mean,
like
Rome wasn't that bad. World War
it
II wasn't
was
that
pretty
bad.
fucking.
There were only 2 world wars, bro.
Only 2, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you know, all the other proxy wars and it's like, dude, as much as all these, it's like, man, I don't even know how to put it into words, man, but like, I'm tired, and I'm a nice person, okay? I'm a nice guy. I have, you know, a very mixed cultural family. I have a mixed background. I'm not an individual who really cares about that shit, but I'm fucking fed the fuck up. So I can only imagine that the rest of the country, and probably the world, and across all these European countries, are pretty fucking fed up, dude. And you can even see it, because even in places where, you know, in Ireland, in the UK, in Britain, in France, Italy, in Australia, where all this stuff like hate speech is on the books and you can get charged just for saying things, they don't give a fuck. They're walking down the streets throwing up Roman salutes, and they're like chanting like fucking remigration. Like, it's getting pretty fucking hairy. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know how as as a black American too, you don't see this writing on the wall, and like and then instead of like looking towards your own community, because I feel like if it was me, I'd be like, hey dude, this is gonna get crazy, man. We need to fucking get in shape. Like we need to figure this out. Like we need to. The culture is rotting, okay, and we need to sort this shit the fuck out.
Yeah.
Instead, they're like, you can't say that. That's racist. And instead of being like, you know what, your criticism is valid, let's address this. It's like, okay, well, yeah, only I can say that. You know what I mean? Like, only we can criticize. And it's like, well, no, we gotta fucking live together. All right, we're fucking neighbors. We're trying to figure this shit out. So, I think they've forgotten what the Western man has done and is capable of. We built empires and destroyed empires. Yeah, everybody has though. That's what's funny. Everyone in America and in first world nations has. That's literally what feminism is. Feminism is a byproduct of the like overwhelming amounts of privilege that like the overwhelming amount of security is a better way to put it that you get as a result of being a first world nation. Like you have the privilege to just like go frolicking about in the philosophical forest and just meandering and creating all this crazy shit and adopting Marxist ideologies and becoming the perpetual victim forever and ever. You know, it's like it's the most insane. The only reason all of that shit exists, the only reason that white people are critical of themselves is because we're self-critical. Like I don't understand a better way to put it. Like the reason that you have all these criticisms to make about white people and about white men and about Christians and about European societies in general is because European societies looked inward and said, hey, you know what? This slavery shit is pretty fucked up. This like killing shit is pretty fucked up. Like brother wars is pretty fucked up. All this stuff is pretty fucked up. And we did the legwork of getting all this research together and writing and bouncing all these ideas off each other and trying to develop peace. And and then we like invited the rest of the world in, and then they're telling us that we're the problem. And it's like, well, you could, if you go back to where you were at, they're still enslaving you. So like, how are we the big bad fucking enemy here? Like, what the fuck is going on? They're just being gaslit by the entire fucking third world.
Well, the other thing too is like, you know, people are like, oh, we're at war. They're saying that now. It's like, how are we not at war before? I mean, just because it's an indirect attack, you know, judges releasing violent criminals back out on the street and those people go kill somebody. How is that not an act of war?
Yeah, what, 14 times too?
Right.
Yeah, and then the mayor, didn't the mayor come out and make a statement basically saying that
That's a bullshit statement.
Yeah, let me And what's funny too is like I work with like normie Republicans, like moderate, like who was that fucking guy that ran Mitt Romney type Republicans, you know, like
Yeah.
And we have customers, you know, that are like in the same vein, really chill people, and even they're like, shit's fucking getting hairy. Like I'm like, what is like the normies are waking up too. So it's not just like, you know, people like myself who would be considered far right. Everybody's kind of like looking over their shoulder and trying to figure out like what the fuck is going on. Let me see what she said about this. Because I know she said something, but I want to see exactly what she said. Let's see. Because I saw something where she made a statement basically saying like we need to have empathy for the killer. I'm like, yeah, the fucking empathy is what got the Ukrainian girl killed. I mean, that's why she's dead. I think we had plenty of empathy. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can find it. No, it doesn't say what she said. There's no like direct quote. And people were still defending that shit. That's what's crazy, man. It's unbelievable. like to see the comments on some of these threads. And the guy's like what pacing around after saying like, I got that white girl, I got that white girl. And they're like, and then everyone's like, let's not make it about race. It's like the same, it's literally the same thing. It's the same thing that's going on with the Kirk shit right now. Let's not make it about politics. Some lady, when I was watching Andrew debated some crazy fucking progressive the other day, some woman, right? And she comes on there and she's like, you're a grifter because blah 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 blah, right? And all this stuff. And he's like, all right, sure, whatever. But then she's like, so they go through all that whole rigmarole and stuff, and then she's like, well, it's you're grifting because it's not real. Like it's not, none of it's real. There is no ideological warfare. There is no, nobody's at war. And it was like so funny the way she was like condescendingly saying this, like scoffing at the idea that there's some kind of like warfare and that people are out to get you, and that like the right wing is defending something virtuous and all this bullshit, right? She's like grandstanding and making this case and trying to pretend like you're just like lying to people. And then what, a week later Charlie Kirk gets shot in the fucking neck. Like, was that not ideological warfare? Like, these people are gaslighting you. They want to gaslight you to death, literally. They want to tell you there's no war in Ba Sing Se, and then assassinate you in your sleep. So
Yeah, dude. Everything I see is just like people. People are like, "Yep, if I'm radicalized now, fuck everybody."
yeah, yeah. I mean, I got radicalized after my first child was born. Then I was like, oh shit, oh fuck, I gotta fucking, I gotta protect this thing, dude. Like, this is my spawn here, dude.
I think it really happened for me when I was in college, but it didn't all happen at once. But
Yeah,
I mean, it's so much worse than anybody really thinks. Even with the Charlie Kirk thing, I mean, this is this is the stuff that they fantasize about every day. They will work around the clock. They will work 24 hours a day. They are crazy harpy demons. Like they will literally not sleep just to ruin things that work.
yeah,
So, it's horrible, but this is just a small sample
yeah,
of what they're willing to do.
yeah. I'm gonna send you this link, and you can hop in the panel for a little bit if you want.
All right.
But I'll have to leave the call. But we're gonna go hop over to Abe's stream. We're all talking about the same shit, so
Sounds good.
I'm gonna send this to you, and then we'll
right.
hop over there.
All right.
All right. All right. Let's go check out. Let's go see what Abe is doing. I tried not to get into everything I wanted to get into because she regretted that debate. She was inundated with people on X calling her out for it. Wait, did she really? Because I was saying that today. I tagged her in a post today saying that, and she still had her account. That is funny if she did. Good. I hope she did.
Standards that nobody else has, and that's not okay. Bullshit. Welcome, Nacho.
What's
Good
up,
to see
man?
you. How goes it?
Oh, just enjoying my Goy Slop news feed for today.
Yeah. Seems we still haven't apprehended a person, so we can't say what motive is. I said we can make guesses. Obviously, all of us probably have made assumptions in our head, but
Yeah, I mean, either way, it's all to serve the same purpose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to shut them up,
So,
to
yeah,
chill.
in one way or another, yeah.
Yeah, to chill our speech. To
I would, well, depending on, I guess, who they discover is the culprit. I would say it's most likely the opposite. It's I feel like it's to accelerate this stuff,
oh,
you know.
that makes a hell of a lot of sense, actually.
And when you think about it too, I mean, there even the last guy, the guy that just shot the Catholic Church up.
Hmm.
Those groups, if you go, I don't know if you know who BX Bullet is on Twitter, but she's a mutual of mine. She has a really good like 5-part series where she is going over all these groups that basically are specifically their goal is to churn out these accelerationist or these sort of like mass casualty events. The larger groups are all like satanic in nature, and they're basically encouraging any form of extremist, regardless of what it is. So whether it's racial, whether it's political, whether it's like ideological, like the transgenders or whatever, they're just they're just looking to accelerate all that to throw fuel on the fire. They're looking to churn out, as many of these mass casualty events as possible. So it doesn't matter what, you know what I mean? They're not interested in one.
Well, yeah.
I guess the only unifying belief is that they all tend to be safe. You did a
So
really good
it's
job of laying all that out.
so it's just the extreme version of divide and conquer. Not just divide and conquer, but also make the fighting so forced that everyone's
Yeah.
rising against everyone all the time.
Yeah, they think it's like the Remilio stuff that you see on Twitter sometimes. Like that's what that is. They're
Great.
always saying this after these like, you know, big events like this. But they're basically just looking to throw gasoline on the fire. It's the same old trope. You can find them across the aisle. You can find them on the right and on the left and wherever. Like they want to see the chaos come to fruition, and they think that they're going to be standing on the ashes. They think they're going to be the phoenix rising out of the ashes after all the dust settles. The
Right.
reality is that the same people who were in power when went to war are most likely going to be in power when the war.
Yeah. So you're saying you wouldn't estimate that this is an independent actor alone, or do you
Not
think it is an
anymore.
independent? Okay.
Earlier I was thinking so, yeah. But the fact that he's still at large seems kind of crazy to me.
Well, that's what I was saying to Doom earlier. We were just talking outside of the stream, and it's like, dude, it seems really wild to me that somebody can take a 200-yard shot in an area that is so crowded. You could see how massive that crowd was. Take that shot and then not be caught. Like you're 200 yards from the person, which
Yeah,
means the crowd is reaching all the way to you, which means the police have to be somewhere in the vicinity.
yeah. I
You didn't
don't
pin
really
that
know.
down?
I don't really know that, which is weird because there was different people on. I don't know how hard that shot is to make, to be honest.
200
But
yards is an easy shot.
that's what a
Like a
lot of
real
people. That's what I was getting. Some people were like, "Oh, it's easy," and then other people were like, "Well, no, it's not." And some people were like, "Well,
that's
if it's sighted, it's easy, like whatever." So I don't.
no,
I honestly don't know.
even open sights. Like, okay, here's a for instance. When you're in the Marine Corps, your first target, your closest target is 200. Your second is like 300, then 500. So like that first shot in your training is that's the closest shot you would take with open sights on the range. So if you have
Yeah,
any kind of optics, oh man, that's a cakewalk then.
to
That's
hit
what I'm
him in
saying.
the
Like that's
neck
so okay. Well, the net. Well, even with
or the
optics,
head.
that makes
I'm
it
assuming they were
significantly
aiming for
easier.
his head.
But you would still
I'm
hit that
assuming
on
they
a
wanted it because it
silhouette.
seems like since they got him in the neck, they were probably aiming for the head. They wanted it to be like dramatic. They wanted people to see his brains explode on camera. I feel like, but they missed and hit the neck. Bullet
Well,
dropped or
see,
something. That's what I think.
that's something that's okay. So when we do range, it's silhouettes. So it's the shape of a human in a realistic size silhouette of a human, right? So like you're going to be hitting center mass or in the head vicinity anyway. But like like I said, that's open sights. That's an AR or an 16 with open sights. So if you put optics on that and those optics that are zeroed in, that's a really freaking easy shot. And like the neck part that bugs me because it's so similar to what just happened that it weirded me out a little bit. I'm like, know if I don't know what to think about that. Like it's a it's very strange to me, I guess.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I have to take other people's like word for it. Whoever people that shoot more. I don't. I've never taken
I'm gonna
shots like that. But yeah, there were different
yeah,
opinions on that, so that was weird. But even the main thing is that he's just gone and
to the wind.
nobody caught him. I mean that's the weird part. That's what
Yeah,
seems
he's in the
weird to me.
wind somehow.
So
Like there's the campus, right?
hmm
That's really not that far. And he's got elevation on it. So the bullet drop is going to be far less. You have a projectile moving at a downward angle at high velocity. The shot's going to be much easier to make. You've got unobstructed visual. So like I don't know, man. And then to get away, like look, it seems like something from a freaking movie is what it seems like. It seems unrealistic to me
yeah, it
that
seems
person did that.
a little spook.
Okay, it's gonna be a DM kind of night,
And
I think.
then the whole idea that like Israel just bombed, you know, um, did like a strike on the Hamas or whatever in Qatar, and then right after that, Charlie Kirk, because everybody was condemning the attack, even the Trump administration was finally condemning, the behavior of Israel, and then here goes Charlie Kirk, another piece to distract the American public. So it does seem a little too like perfect.
Too intentional.
Yeah, it just seems like it
Did
all just kind of benefits itself or
right? Did you see that video of somebody walking around before the show?
uh-uh.
Before he took the stage?
Didn't know.
Can you hear it? Shoot. I I hate when I'm using Discord to share because it never allows my volume. Hold on. Share. Uh, tab instead. Entire screen. We'll just do entire screen. We'll see if that works. Okay. Hear it now? That's exactly where they expect on the map, right? That's the rooftop from the campus map. So like, a little fishy.
Yeah, like why does he have footage of that?
Indeed. Seems weird, dude. Seems weird.
It's all a little strange, dude.
Yep. Yep. So I don't know. Emmett said he wanted to come on too. I'm kind of waiting for him to show up, but there is people in the back also.
Oh yeah, OpEx. I know OpEx. By the way,
Okay.
I know he hasn't been on. We were just talking on stream.
Okay. His thing says it won't let me up because his mic or camera needs added before he can join the stream. And then Teriak's in the back and half hood is in the
Yeah,
back.
Teriak stopped by too. I was like, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm down to
Okay. All right.
see what the boys got.
All right. Well, I will start bringing people in then. See how this goes. Welcome, Teriak.
That's correct, boys.
How's it
Yeah,
going?
pour one out for Charlie Kirk, man.
Yep.
Yes.
Fuck me, man. Like the most enraging part was like he was like he was like he was for Israel. He was like he was like attacked by even like right wingers people because he was like too centrist, all this kind of shit. And like what they don't understand is that you took out Charlie. What's going to replace him is 10 times worse.
Yeah. Yeah. In actuality, because I've said this before, he was the nice one.
Yeah.
He was the kind, good one.
See, and that's the only reason why I think it is possible that this could be some kind of psyop or some kind of like deep state sort of setup, something a little more than just like, because you're right. I mean, Charlie Kirk is the moderate. I mean, no matter how you want to chop it up, like Charlie Kirk is a
He's
moderate
chill.
Republican. He's
Yeah.
not he's a standard
Yeah.
typical GOP shill. He's not a radical like right wing or
Yeah.
right kind of guy. And who does that really leave young Zoomers to? You know, Nick Fuentes and other players like that. And
True.
I don't necessarily dislike Fuentes, but he's definitely going to radicalize people a lot more than Charlie Kirk was.
Yep.
And if you have different factions that are fighting over power within the government, you know, they want to see things accelerate too.
So
You know.
I was watching an earlier discussion about some of the stuff that's going on right now, and it was like, look, you can only have like political violence and all the other stuff going on, and then push and push and push people and call them things before they become those things, before they start embracing that title. If you're going to run
100%.
around screaming everyone's racist, if you're going to run around screaming you guys are fascists, if you're going to scream and then you're going to take political violent actions against people, you're going to get exactly what you're calling them. You're like pushing them into that framework that you're saying they are.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm there. I feel this.
I'm completely I've become completely desensitized to those types of statements. I'm just like, hey, you know what? I hope you're right. I really do at this point. I hope that you're right.
Yeah, that's what me and OpEx were talking about even before the stream. Was like, I'm kind of ready. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't. At this point, I'm over. Like, you know, whatever the results may be, as terrifying as Palantir seems, and I don't want a social credit score in America either. But I'm over. Like, I'm down for Vance and Trump to seize power. I honestly don't give a fuck. I would rather see the administration seize power and get a fucking grip on this country and get some semblance of the country back, even if it's temporary, than to continue to go through what has this hellhole, has become essentially.
Because at this point, it's like, how many times did they try to kill Trump? Now they killed Charlie Kirk. What's the message that they're sending? Don't fucking disagree with us, or else.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it feels like.
There was a
And
moment
and it's allowed. The people that are, and I was saying this earlier, the people that are right now that are going through the social medias and they're posting all this stuff and they're making all these comments about Charlie Kirk, even as many of them as you can catch, even if you catch them, even if the right plays the same game and they dox them and they call their work's not going to fire them. They're going to slap them on their wrist. They don't give a fuck. Most of the people that they're
Jason,
working for are also left wing.
is it Jason? You're in the. I see you in the back. Are you? Is it really you? Can you say something
Yeah,
in
Jason said he
our
was going to come over.
in our main chat just to make sure? Because I don't want somebody impersonating you to jump in and then I bring you up and it's not actually you and they do something stupid. Since that's happened.
There was a
Awesome.
moment.
Perfect. Welcome,
There's a
sir.
moment in
what's up,
America,
gentlemen?
in Captain America: Civil War, where it's at the end where Cap's telling Tony, "Look, Tony, this is not going to change the past," and Tony just turns around and says, "I don't care. You killed my mom." Like,
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
That's what we've crossed.
Yeah.
There's not going to be conversations. This whole thing of like, let's bring the temperature down. There's no going back. The train has left the station.
Yeah,
That's what I said earlier. This is the line. You just actually crossed the line. Like you didn't come close. You've actually now crossed
I
the
was
line.
arguing with
So far past it.
Yeah, I was arguing with Connor Points earlier on Twitter, and it's just like he's like, if you guys don't know who he is, he's like a Destiny orbiter. He started off doing 40K stuff, Warhammer shit, and then he became like a Destiny orbiter, and then he's bills himself as like the centrist, the moderate, the enlightened centrist position, whatever, the radical centrist or whatever the fuck he is. But he's a leftist, essentially. I mean, he worked for progressive. He worked for Progressive Victory PAC to get, or to try to get Kamala Harris elected. So he was on their dime, supposedly, because we've gotten into it on Twitter before about it.
Wow, how centrist.
Yeah, I know. Supposedly he's not now. There's no way to determine that, but and then he's doing that shit right now. Let's take the temperature down. Let's or we could take a step back. And it's just like, you fucking idiot. The center is dead now. You guys killed the center just now. You guys enabled the assassins that killed the center today.
Yeah.
Well, I was telling people that earlier.
Was the center,
Yeah.
Right.
I was telling people that earlier today. I have like family members calling me and talking to me. They don't have any internet culture. They're not online. They are just mainstream normal people, and they're messaging me saying, "Whoa, what is going on? People got to start speaking up. We have to do something. Something has to happen. Something has to change." And it's like, congratulations.
That was 10 years ago. That time was 10 years ago.
Yep.
Welcome.
That's right.
That's the problem, man.
That was around 2016.
Yeah, people have been speaking up, and we've been called racist. We've been called Hitler, Nazis, all that stuff for the longest time. And it's just like, I'm done with it, man. I'm not giving any leftists any kind of fucking, like, even on these panels and stuff like that. I'm done. I'm done trying to be nice, trying to be civil.
I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't care where they're, what the community they're a part of. Yeah, I don't give I have no sympathy for leftists. I don't want to hear shit from leftists. I don't give a fuck. I hope you get steamrolled. When we take power, you're going back in the closet. The gays are going back in the closet. You're all going.
This is what I started with. This is what I started with. Like, people coming into the chat and they say a bunch of stupid stuff, and I usually just let it fly. Even when it's like stupid allegations against people, like myself, they'll come in and they'll be like, "Oh, you served in the military. You're a horrible human being," all these things. And it's like, fine, whatever, run your mouth. But now it's like, after stuff like this, I'm like, you know what? Don't tell me what I am. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me I'm not inclusive. Don't tell me I'm an echo chamber. Go fuck yourself. I don't care. I just don't care.
I am.
By the way,
I
Abe,
am all of those things. That's all. That's how I deal with that. Just I am. Okay, sure.
By the way, Abe, did I hear you say that you're in the Marines?
Yes.
Wow. Semper Fi, man.
Right.
And that was something that was pissing me off too, because right before you brought me up, I was listening to you talk about the rifle quals, and I was just like, people are speculating that it was a pro job, and I'm just like, no, fuck it, that's a layup, dude. You could hit that shit with a BB gun with iron sights. It's not hard at all.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the Trump shot. That wasn't a really hard shot either. It's more of the fact that, like, how the fuck did they actually get past all the security? And then
correct me if I'm wrong.
doesn't require a professional team necessarily, because the left works 24/7. I think Nacho and I were just talking about this too. They don't fucking sleep. I went to a super progressive college. These people are way crazier than we think they are, and they're probably way crazier than the person that shot Trump as an aggregate. And they're willing to go even further than that. They literally don't sleep. They obsess about this stuff. So like them coordinating, even improvising something like this on the fly, that's totally in the pocket for them.
They're like that because they got to cope with their, flawed logic.
Well, they're like
That-
that because they're allowed to be like that too.
It's like half of this thing. That is their amygdala class of behaviors. Like this is survival for them. This is how they debate.
Well, that's half of why we
My
want
mic
that
is getting
you see
all
this
screwed
huge
up.
push for like semantic shift. Let's change the meaning of all these words. All this crap is to
Mic
make
check.
it either reality doesn't matter or it's so
Hello.
confusing that you're not sure if what they're saying is accurate or not accurate. Like it just shifts everything to a place of chaos. That's what it does.
I think it's just crazy because like a whole lot of stuff got shut down because after the whole thing found out this morning about Charlie Kirk, like Easy shut down his live early because of the whole thing. Andrew, they stopped the debate.
Yeah, Jim
the
Bob.
morning
Jim
and all
Bob.
that stuff.
I was live with Jim Bob, and he shut it down after he saw it.
Well, it makes sense. Like
a lot of streamers shut down.
Yeah, well, immediately I was gonna do some stuff earlier in the day today, and I immediately upon finding out, I was so filled with rage, I wouldn't even go on somebody's panel. I was like, dude, if I go on there, I'm gonna say a whole bunch of stuff I shouldn't say. I'm gonna get people shut down, and that will not be all right. So I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut and wait till later this evening.
But we're supposed to keep our mouth shut while they're dancing on
Right.
TikTok.
Yeah.
That's why there's
And,
no
like,
going
what's-
back from this. But that I'm not saying
They're
like you guys being
dancing.
rational and shit.
They're dancing on top of the vans.
That's why when people say like the most crazy shit on X right now, I'm just like, you know what? I don't even want that. I want worse. Like whatever you're fucking saying, dude, I want 100 million times worse.
Barefoot in the back. Can you throw up a peace sign for us in your camera so
why-
we know it's you?
Yeah, and why shouldn't we? I mean, it's like I don't care. Like why shouldn't we want that? Why shouldn't we want martial law in all these fucking cities where there's, crime, where you can't even ride a fucking train, in peace. Where you can't walk down the street at night, where you can't, go to the wrong grocery store or in the hood. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why shouldn't we want that shit? We should want the National Guard should be in all these fucking cities. So why
I don't know how
should
anybody could be okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, these people should be. There should be a list of all the released criminals and a list of all the judges who released them, and prosecutors and DAs and sheriffs and everybody who helped give them a lighter sentence. Police officers who didn't show up to court so that there wasn't a case to file or whatever, and all of those people should be imprisoned, and the criminals should be buried under the jail.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that simple.
You say I hope they don't go to DebateCon. I hope they just have good security at DebateCon. That's all I know.
We're going.
Andrew was in the Discord and he was already talking that they're just going to amp up security.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to go. You can't you can't capitulate. That is the point of the violence. That is literally the purpose of it. Purpose is to get you to shut up.
Yep. Don't let the chilling be effective.
No.
Don't be shut down.
Well, here's the thing, man. Like, I mean, unfortunately, like this should have been stopped when Trump got assassinated or was attempted assassination. Like that, there should have been like just protests in the street, like just fucking marching and saying like, no, we're done with this. Protests in the street.
There will be people. I mean, I mean, there's going to be more Charlie Kirks, but there has to be. I mean, that's just the name of the
That's
game.
right. Not one step back. You're absolutely right. We have to press forward. You cannot turn back. You cannot cede ground. You cannot be chilled. You cannot give up.
Yeah, they should, Tim.
And as much as it sucks to have to, be willing to take that, you have to, because otherwise we lose everything. So pick losing everything or all the way in, forward we go. Like,
all the way in.
But this is the main essence to Christianity. What was Jesus, the truth? What did he do to him? They nailed him to a fucking cross in front of everyone to demoralize them.
Right.
That's what this charity thing. And look, like 2 weeks ago, trans shooting in the Christian school. A week ago, white girl stabbed to death because she was white sitting in front of a black dude. Now you have Charlie Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I think this was done on purpose, and especially today.
I don't
If you
even
look at what
disagree
was
with
going
that,
on
yeah.
today, if you look at everything that's been going on, you look at everything that started today. Today they started the 9/11 investigations.
Yep.
Netanyahu came out not minutes after talking about it.
Yeah, that was weird too.
I'm sorry, but
that was a little strange to me.
yeah, and where Charlie was such an Israel loving, of course Netanyahu came out,
I would
so
say
of course.
I would tell everybody, keep your eyes open, pay attention.
I would say though, I think Charlie was starting to push back against what Israel was doing. And,
He was, which is why they had to get rid of
that
him.
a lot.
Yeah, I've
So
been
they
seeing
didn't
that
like
too.
that.
Which is why they had to get rid of him.
And
I'm
it's
sorry,
weird.
I don't want to cause any problems or anything.
I'm open to it. I mean, anything's possible. It's in character for Israel and it's in character for the left. So
that's the problem though. Like all these things are possible, and until we find out, and the thing that really sucks about it is that we may never find out. It's going to be another like, hey, we caught the guy, he got shot, we killed him, and that's it. And people are going to want to know the truth and all that stuff, and they're just going to push it under the rug as much as they can.
Views are mine. All these views that are espoused tonight are my views.
Yep.
All right, so let me.
Sorry about the TOS. I should have been watching what I was saying.
Sorry.
Look, if I have to private it after the fact, that's what I'm going to do. But this discussion has to happen. If we have to clip stuff out of it that we want to be seen, then that's cool. But like I even told Nacho earlier, like if we have to just shut down the YouTube side and go over to Rumble, then that's what we'll do. Because like we have to freaking talk about these things. And so
I've been over on Rumble over at Myron's channel. He shut down and went over there.
Yeah, I mean, because
that's what they want you. They want you to go into silence. That's the
Right.
whole reason why they do this shit.
Exactly.
Because what was Charlie doing? Charlie was the guy who was saying, "Let's debate this. Let's keep communication open." Because when we stop talking, funny, crazy shit happens.
But that's the thing.
And that's when the
somebody
violence
said that
happens.
earlier. You said earlier, I think OPEC said that. Well, it's in character for not only Israel but also for the left, which is why we need to continue to talk about both of them. You need to talk about all of it. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't attribute it to just the left. You have to paint it with a broad brush and get them all in there, because right now the guys at large, we don't even know. We probably won't know.
Treat them all like they're guilty until proven innocent.
Exactly.
Fuck them.
So I mean, it's fucking. I don't know about you guys, but it's America first over here.
Well, yeah, and like I said at the beginning of this, I'm done with everybody using these little prods. That's what they are. They're little prods to get you to be the acceptable party in the society so that they can get away with doing things. That's what it is. Let's keep prodding them. Oh, you're not inclusive. Oh, you're an echo chamber. Oh, go somewhere else then, because I don't want you here. Just don't come here.
Sure, I
want you
mean,
to sit down and shut the fuck up and not talk about the crazy shit that you're seeing. And this is why it's like, the, like, this is what you should expect. I mean, but don't shut your fucking mouth. Because at this stage, living in a world like this, if that's the fucking controllers, then I'll gladly take the bullet.
Yeah.
Okay, so
whatever it is they want you to do, you have to go in the opposite direction to the nth.
we'll be careful about exactly what we say while we're on YouTube. If we do, if we do switch over, then we will. Then we will. But I'll show some of the stuff that's being sent to me because there's a lot. So,
Have you guys seen the video with the man that's behind Charlie
Yep.
that is making the hand signals?
This, yeah, I
Where's
saw
that?
that too. Yeah, this was going
Okay.
around like crazy. I was seeing
They're
this
talking
earlier
about the
too.
security guy, or are they talking about the guy that's holding the cell phone?
The security guys. There's two of them. One like does
Yeah,
like
he's
one's like
sus.
got his baseball cap, and then the other one's behind him like
Yep.
doing the fucking Macarena or
What?
something, dude.
If
I
that,
got
if
Yeah.
that,
I didn't see that.
if it's an inside job like that, then they really fucking trust each other.
Yeah, I mean that just seems. I don't know about all that.
They
Like,
go to the range a lot together. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't fucking move at all when that shot came through.
right.
Okay, so when we go to Rumble, then I'll really start telling what I think.
Oh,
I mean,
I
just fucking send it, dude. At this, I don't give a fuck personally.
it's
Is he really dead?
I don't want to speak for Abe, but
I mean,
I
I
mean,
think
I don't want to be
He's definitely
insensitive.
dead.
Don't get me wrong, but we've seen false flags in this country
No,
before.
he's
Yeah,
definitely
but this, I'm pretty sure he's dead.
definitely dead.
Okay.
I
Just
Okay, well,
his
I
wife
watched
and
that
children.
video
oh
It's
yeah,
just
he's
many
for
times.
sure
Trust me.
dead. I just don't know if it's
Uh,
like
I
like
watched the close up on
who
slow mo, and
is
I
the
knew right then as
culprit.
soon as I seen it, he ain't
Yeah, I
surviving that.
mean, that you could see
Yeah,
that
you
he would
can't
never
really
yeah.
fake that. I mean,
as soon as he got hit, it was lights out. I'm pretty sure he was
and
dead
okay.
almost
I don't know.
instantly.
I don't know. I've been
Yeah.
questioning even, and don't get me wrong, I voted for Trump, but I've lately been questioning that
It's
shot
just
to his ear.
there's
You
just
know,
too many
there's
things
just
now.
too, and the fact that his family was there, they don't go to events with him.
the
Well,
They
ear,
were there
I
this time.
could see that. I could see the ear. I could see questioning the ear, but I just
wait, are
don't
you
see it. It's not
are
the
you talking about
same.
are you talking about
Charlie's body
Charlie's
was
family?
locked up.
Charlie's family was in the hotel. They weren't even at the event, but they were there at the hotel.
That's terrible, man. That's still
No, see,
terrible.
I heard that the kids were actually in the tent and saw his dad get shot.
That's
I don't think that's
awful.
the case. I think from what I'm seeing, they were in their hotel room waiting for dad to come back. So,
Okay. Okay. Well,
which
then,
is
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Charlie doesn't
terrible
have
either
them
way.
at the event, like events like that, just for safety reasons.
Well, because he's actually been attacked in the past. So,
Yeah.
my mind just went to false flag. You know.
I get
No,
it.
I mean, I get that. I think he's really dead. I
Well,
wouldn't be surprised if it was another faction that did it, though.
isn't that another part of this game though? The fact that you can't tell if something's false flag or truth so constantly makes
That's
makes
what
it
they
harder and
want.
harder to believe anything anything
Exactly.
ever.
That's what they
Well,
want. That's what they want.
well, that's why ultimately this is a spiritual warfare. I mean, you're not
Absolutely.
escaping that.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
It's not
Like
about flesh and blood. Yep.
the politics is surface level. It's way over here. And it's influenced by the culture, and the culture is influenced by the religion. And the ancient societies knew about all this shit, and they were always basically operating at the sort of religious level, the spiritual level, and
Yeah.
they never really left that for a long time. They
Well,
were
this
in
is
it. They
yeah,
used
this
the
is the
bread
same
and the
talk.
circuses later on to try to get
Right.
people further and further away from it.
Right. Well, this is the same talk you and I had last time, that culture is downstream from theology. Like you have religion, then you have culture, then you have politics, then you have everything else in its splayed out forms that come from them. But like it comes from spirit first. So
Yeah, I mean, let's just say what it is. It's good versus evil. I mean, that's
Yep.
pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
Always has been.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's like you get these kind of secular perspectives, and you get, I mean, because I got pretty like secular and agnostic and atheist in my like 20s, like early 20, like when I was like 19, 20, 21. And it's like you think that it's like all this hooey, and it's all just this whatever, man. You guys are crazy, and it seems that way. But then when you really if you're actually searching for the truth, if you're actually searching for an answer, then you find yourself right back there again. Oh shit. Like
Well,
that's what I was saying earlier. Like all these groups that are turning out all these accelerationists, that is the one thing they have in common. They're all Satanists openly.
yeah.
They say they're satanic in nature, and the killers. So like the guy at the church shooting is drawing a picture of himself and looking in the mirror, and in the mirror staring back at him is some demonic entity.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
it
yeah.
just is what it is, man. There's overwhelming
Yeah, but they'll tell you,
evidence.
Nacho, that they don't actually believe in the devil. They don't actually believe in the
Right.
devil. It's
Yeah.
just, it's just about a rebellion. That's
Part
all
of
a
the-
bunch of BS.
Right.
Yeah, well, part of the
It's
problem
just to
too is
piss your
like it's
parents
real.
off.
It's real easy to not care or not believe when you're not invested, right? When you're young and you've got nothing into the world, you've got no children, you've got no legacy, you've not done anything real yet. It's real easy to dismiss everything. You have no investment in the reality of the world you live in, and that's where they try to catch them. Right, that's where they try to brainwash. That's where they try to fill them full of all these things like every feminism, freaking all these movements get implanted during school age children into college when they aren't invested yet and they have no idea how this is going to carry through into the world they live in.
Well, that's what's funny about that is it serves two purposes, right? Because if you can't catch them while they're young, if you can't trap them into those ideologies while they're younger, you'll get them when they're older because the women are more susceptible to like taking on these ideologies. The women, that's a big part of why the pushing back against all the feminist garbage is so important too. I started to realize because then I start to think about, like, for me personally, what radicalized me is the most has been having children of my own, and I'm like, how can any man have children and look at their children and not like come to the same conclusions? And I'm like, the only way is if your wife or your partner is part of this shit. If they're indoctrinated to the teeth and you can't even get a word in edgewise,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? And but now you have these children, you're just going to go along to get along. You're just going to be that, like, sitting in the fucking chair in the corner type husband. You're going to be that dumbass wife guy that just
Right.
goes along because I'm just doing it for the kids.
Well, and it all fits with the social idea of like compassion, right? Which is women's one of the greatest things women have is the compassion for their husband, for their children, for the world. But that gets twisted and used against them, right?
Yep.
And that is exactly what we see when we look at the left doing things like, oh, you wouldn't want an echo chamber, you wouldn't want this, you don't want that, you want inclusion. That's all compassion based language, right? And it makes you go, oh shoot, yeah, maybe you're right, because it pulls at something in your head that says, oh, I care.
Yep. Well, and that is the beauty of of women, right? That is, it's their nature to be empathetic, to be compassionate, whatever. I made a funny TikTok, like, kind of alluding to this the other day, and it was like, as much as it is like I'm just being a little like hyperbolic and funny, I was like, hey, it's your wife's job to, like, show you all these things and make you feel happy and emotional, and like she showing you cute outfits for the kids and like wearing you down essentially, right? Like she's making you feel things as a man, but it's your job as a man to some degree to reject that shit, because you need to have a stoic mindset. You need to have a logical mindset to address dangers and incoming attacks and things, like how to defend your family. And it's kind,
Right.
I did it in a funny nature on TikTok, but there is truth to that as well. Like, we have different natures. The women are there to some degree to soften a man a little bit, but you're not supposed to give into that all the way. You have to be masculine. You have to be a defender. You have to be a protector, because you are the one physically who is capable of protecting them at the end of the day. So you can't become soft and blubbery and you can't be a slouch fucking fat fuck sitting on the couch and eating fucking Cheetos. And because what if somebody comes and breaks into your fucking house in the middle of the night, or you have to do this or you have to do that, whatever. That was a normal occurrence for the majority of society, and in the past 50 to 100 years, we've gotten lazy.
Right.
We're so insulated from the world
Well,
and from danger.
take what you just said one step further. You become the compassionate nature that is feminized, right? And that guy comes into the house, breaks into your house, and instead of saying, I have to defend my home and my family, you say, oh, he probably needs something. Oh, are you okay? Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Well, that's compassion, but at your detriment. That compassion is at your detriment, and that
Suicidal
happens.
empathy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or yeah, he just wants your stuff. I'm going to let him take my stuff. He's not going to hurt me. He's just going to take my stuff.
Well, and if you think about it, like in the mindset of like, or like the perspective of the pioneers, say, coming over to America, right? Pioneering the new lands. The only people who survived that are the guys who didn't listen to their wives, right? If your
brutal.
wife is like, "Hey, be nice to the Indians," they're fine, dude. This guy just needs some food. Hey, this guy, I met him on the trail today. He's just like us. He's just trying to pioneer the new lands, and he needs a place to camp for tonight. So I'm going to let him stay in our campground. And then nobody wakes up in the morning because the new guy killed you and your whole family in your fucking sleep, and he took your horse and all your shit, and now he's going across to California to find the gold. Like, you can't listen to your women because, yeah, whoever said it earlier, suicidal empathy. It's like, we have to stop this shit. We gotta nip this shit in the bud now, dude.
Yep, true. It's infuriating, actually. Like, I don't know, man. It blows me away, and the more, like I said, I'm just like fluctuating between like, this is freaking disheartening, and I'm so freaking pissed off, like back and forth between these two states, and it's
Yeah,
not
I
great.
mean, yeah, that's kind of how I felt since earlier today. So
Gotta think too, like why, out of all the right wingers they could have offed, why Charlie? He's like the least threatening.
Because
that's the
I
message right
think
there.
that's
That's the
why.
message.
Yeah.
Right there. Yep. That's
Because
the message. They're basically telling you, yeah, we know this guy's moderate, like he's not a bit, he's not radical,
but he's still
we
too
don't like him either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the reason why I feel like I wouldn't completely dismiss like a some kind of psyop event or some kind of, other faction or party being involved besides just a random crazed leftist, because it serves so many purposes. Like, it demonstrates the message, like, clearly, like you're saying, well, it doesn't matter how far right you are. You're anywhere right of center, we're going to demonize you to the point where you are going to be assassinated for your belief. We're going Because if we can do this to Charlie, we can do this to all of you.
Yeah.
So, and then at the same
That's what it
time,
was.
it eliminates the moderate, center right kind of guy from the landscape. And now the only thing that you have, if you have any fucking brains about you anyway, but you're going to be more galvanized into the right, and you're probably
So
going
that's
to
like,
find somebody
is,
further right.
is some three-letter agency trying to create the effect of an extreme right, like a real extreme right?
I think so.
Well, think of it this way. Like, just imagine this. Right now, more people have been radicalized than probably any time in recent history. And we know, at least on the left, that's what they want. They want the radical right to go crazy and start rioting in the streets, start, going house to house and all that crap. They want another January 6th on a much larger scale.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem, though, because when you look at that, you have to ask yourself a question. If you want that so badly, what do you think it ends like? Because if you don't think, like,
well, that's what
how far do
I
you
don't.
think it's going to go?
I think they think that that the police are just going to come in, the government's going to come in, arrest everybody. It's not going to go that way. If you have enough people that get radical and do it, like you're talking, like what we were talking before, like a civil, upheaval on like a national level. I don't want to say the word, you guys know what I'm talking about, but I don't know if that's like TOS.
They don't have the Fed right now. They don't have any of the three major branches of government at the federal
They
level.
do. There they do. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Most
but
of the
neither do
FBI is still the
we.
same FBI that was there during Biden. And, you know, most of the people in federal government have been there for decades. Like, you know,
Sure,
they're the
but
same people.
the leadership is not going to stand by that. So why accelerate it? Why not wait, you know, until
Do you think Cash Patel is going to be able to do anything? Do you really think he's going to be able to, like, I mean, look what happened with the Epstein files.
No, I don't. But it's not as high a probability for the left as they might think it is. If
Yeah,
that's
I agree. Like, you know,
if you
I
talk
mean,
about like the
everything's
Podesta
been pretty
conspiracy type stuff, where it's like, you know,
been
this was the plan and stuff like that. You know, it's like, why now? This is
days
not.
a little.
Well,
It's
that's
kind of weird. Maybe they're just trying to stir all this stuff up far enough out from the midterms because they think they can get a few fringe groups to do something that they can write headlines about.
Man, I think
one of
they're
the things.
absolutely
Well,
incentivized.
that's
Yeah, go ahead.
that's why I do think that the Trump, you know, attempt was that would have actually radicalized him. That would have been
Yeah,
a major
absolutely.
turning point if he would have actually been
That's
killed.
true. That's true.
That would have definitely
that-
galvanized and
Yeah, that would
definitely
have sparked
radicalized.
something big.
They have an incentive to keep us at each other's throats. And I think, did you guys see the recent Trump statement by any chance?
Which
About
one?
Kirk?
It was very recently. Yeah. It was about 5 minutes long. He was just addressing the country about it. But a lot of the language he used in there was like very like pointed, like he was trying to stir something up. Like he was like, you know, he's a martyr. It's the left, and not only are they behind this, but they're behind everything bad that's happened. We need to do something. It's an attack on the whole country. Like it's all that kind of stuff.
Well,
So
even
they're definitely trying
JD Vance,
to.
even JD Vance made a couple of statements about like the stabbing on the train and stuff like that. I was like,
Yeah.
made
Yeah, I
me
was
lift an
actually
eyebrow,
surprised
and I was
about
like, this is
That's kind of sus. Yeah, I saw that too.
kind of sus, yeah. So I mean, but like, I mean, I don't actually care if the right seizes power, to be honest. I mean, because
I don't either.
I've
Yeah.
been watching what seems like to me since I've, you know, my short span of entering politics and kind of observing all this stuff, that we're at the end game. Both sides are racing towards a socialism. Both sides we're either going to get right wing socialism or left wing socialism. I don't really prefer either, but I prefer less left wing socialism.
Yeah, I know which one I want more than the other. Yeah.
That's what me and OpEx were talking about earlier too. Like, I mean, I'm here for it, I guess, to some degree. I just wish it would come from the top down. I mean, I think people would support it, but
the road to it is
that's
the part,
scary
the
part.
biggest issue, because what okay, like something that hit my brain earlier today was like, what is being pushed for here? Because if they're pushing for like a right wing version of BLM, it's really not going to go well.
It's gonna be terrifying.
Yeah.
They're
I don't
both
want
bad
that,
though.
yeah.
Not what they want.
Bro,
There's no
like,
way.
That's what I mean. The train has already left the station. Like you
Mhm.
don't.
Yeah, I mean, you're
realize
not putting
this
the
at
genie back in
moment.
the bottle.
Exactly.
Well, this
There is no
this
stopping us
act,
anymore.
yeah, this act today was crossing the Rubicon. It really pushed us
Yeah.
that direction.
It's
and
emotional.
Yeah,
I
just
don't
based
mean
on the
the shooting
context.
itself. I mean the reaction of literally people dancing and cheering and all this. Like you cannot reason or rationale with
Yeah.
these people.
That's the thing.
It's
That's why I'm like,
disgusting.
you know, if the right's gonna do anything, it's just gonna be like it's like 100 or nothing.
It's gonna be
Yeah, it has
like
to be.
a bloodbath.
Because
and
here's
it's
the
just-
thing: if the right I don't even think, even currently, if the right does nothing and has a moderate, like kind of like a lame duck, boring ass, like if the Trump presidency did nothing else from here on out to the end of the term, it wouldn't actually matter. If the left wins next, which they most likely will, because I don't think anybody likes JD Vance, they are going to bring the entire fucking system down on the right. Like, they are bringing everything.
Right.
And they just demonstrated that with Trump. Look at what they did to keep Trump out of office. You don't think they can use that against the average citizen? Like,
I hope it
And
doesn't
they're
come to
going.
that, but it could, yeah.
It's
for
already
sure.
there. That's what I'm saying. Like I think we're in a kind of a like a tipping point. I think it's going the one way, it's going our way, or it's not.
Wait, you can
I
yeah.
don't disagree.
So
All
I think we're
right,
kind of
let's
damned if we do, damned if we don't.
play
Yeah.
this. We're gonna play a video real quick that I have. It's recent here. President Trump addressing the nation after fatal shooting of Charlie Kirk.
Oh, this might be it, yeah.
Americans, I'm filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight, all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was
You
so
want to push that
respected
just
by
from
youth.
conversation to Congress?
Charlie was
What do you mean?
also a man of deep,
I think both
deep
sides do.
faith.
That's what scares me.
And
I
we
think
take
it doesn't
comfort in
matter.
the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the two young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America.
Trump
Charlie
is
Kirk
Jewish,
traveled
dude.
the nation, joyfully engaging with
Not
everyone
sorry.
interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people into the political process, which he did better than anybody
Some of the
ever,
conversation that the left
to
is
share his love of country and to
Congress's
spread the simple
floor is
words of common sense. On
Yeah, I'm not
campuses
surprised, dude.
nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage, logic, humor, and grace. It's a long past time for all
Also, I don't know
Americans
how
and the
bad my
media
mic is. My
to
mic
confront
keeps
the fact that violence and
automatically
murder
adjusting. So
are the
fuck.
tragic
Figure out what's
consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country. From the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others. Radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent people and taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died, the values of free speech, citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love of God. Charlie was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried to silence him with a bullet, but he failed, because together we will ensure that his voice, his message, and his legacy will live
Good
on
on your
for
end?
countless
Okay, good.
generations to come. Today,
I just didn't know
because
if
of
my
this
mic is like
heinous act,
quieter than the
Charlie's
panel. Or
voice has
is it-
become bigger and grander than ever before, and it's not even close. May God bless his memory. May God watch over his family. And may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
All right, that was a pretty powerful speech.
Sussy baka, dude. Wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I agree with what he said, but it also, coming directly from the government, it definitely seems like they're trying to stir something up. Like, it could have been
I see what
delivered
you're
in a
saying.
way that Yeah.
You don't have to trust your government, but make damn aware that you understand we're entering the years of lead in the U.S.
Yeah, the only currency that really matters is bullets. I've been saying that for years.
Well, I mean, like, the thing is, whether you like it or not, this is a game changer.
Yeah.
This was an absolute political assassination.
It's a massive catalyst event, is what it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The
Yeah,
price of
this
ammunition
is like for a lot of millennials or Zoomers or whoever who's watching, Charlie Kirk is their 9/11. This is going to galvanize a lot.
It already has
Their position.
Yeah. It's gonna be ugly.
Look at the look at, like, you don't have to trust the government, but go look on social media. Look at what the left is doing.
Oh yeah, I've
making
seen
it a lot worse.
Oh my God, it's outrageous.
It's terrible. I
I've been
actually
on,
have.
I've been on
I have it all
TikTok
lined up.
today.
I have it all lined up, actually.
Dude, those people
Yeah,
are
do some. Yeah,
subhumans, dude.
send some of them.
Mel came on my show today, and I just let him do it because I want people to see the left for what it is, and then, like,
yes,
and then people were like, not all leftists, and I lost my fucking mind. I'm like, it doesn't have to be all of them. It's like 30 to 40%. It's enough to be a problem.
No, just keep posting people like that. Just keep posting it. Be like, yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, it is. Look how much of this shit I fucking found.
Yeah, it's more than the right. I mean, it's like you can find video after video after video. You can find post after post after post. You can find entire blogs, and the fact that it's even allowed is the problem. Like, these companies want you to see it. These companies are
Right-wingers
leftist.
disavow their own. Right-wingers disavow their own if anything like this were to happen. I'm not talking about the shooting itself. Obviously, the right would disavow that. The left's trying to disavow it. But then whenever you would have people celebrating it, the right would disavow it. But you actually, I don't know if y'all saw this fucking Senate try to have a moment of silence for the man, and Democrats were like, "Fuck
the Democrats
you, no."
were freaking out. Yeah.
Yep.
It's
They wanted-
absolutely just sickening.
How many?
The reason I'm taking this serious is I'm not trying to fearmonger. Before the Spanish Civil War, the day before it broke out, the same fucking thing happened in their equivalent of the Senate.
With that ship getting blown up.
The Spanish Civil War, in their parliament or whatever it is, one of their speakers accused another party of having irreparable damage, and no fighting, no caning happened. They just had an argument, just like the Senate had it today.
Yeah, you're not. I don't think you're a fearmonger. I think you're right. Unfortunately,
it's too big for it to be nothing. That's the problem. And I feel so freaking terrible for his little girl, his daughters, or his kids, dude. Like, what?
Yeah,
his
you
wife,
like
there's people laughing like hyenas.
You mean like just in general, like
31, dude,
from his
2 years
election up
older than
until
me.
now? Yeah, I mean generally, yeah, it's
10
been
years
I mean,
weird.
look, Danny, this guy started like when he was 17 or 18 years old, built TPUSA, and like, you know, I mean, he's done more than most people have done by the time they're in their 30s and 40s. Like, you know, when he was 18, 19 years old.
It's got me beat.
That annoying little shit would have been president someday.
Well, I
agree.
I could see that. Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. I mean,
that's the claim that's been made.
But that might be the other reason. A lot of the stuff that he was talking about, I was seeing videos getting shared around earlier where like this is why they off him, and he's talking about, you know, just bringing back basic American values. A lot of stuff that JFK was talking about, like he's just talking about being able to live a life in America, American values, going to church, raising a family, you know, just the basic shit, like not anything crazy. He was talking about bringing the temperature down. That's
why they got rid of him.
He was the only man in politics that just wanted to have a conversation. I don't like Charlie Kirk.
Like, even though I don't agree with everything, I don't like his positions on geopolitically, but I could see myself voting for it.
The problem is
if I didn't have
there's two children that are going to grow up without a father.
Which we wouldn't.
Because we allowed leftists to get away with all of the rhetoric pushing. We backed anybody who stood up to them. We beat down. We allowed it to happen in our society, and now we're reaping the rewards for it.
That's what I was saying earlier. Like all the little henpecking, all the little push to keep people from saying or being open to things or feeling like it's a play on your compassion. That's what it is. A constant play on your compassion as a
It's
human
false
being.
empathy being weaponized. This is like
And
one of the most
then
disgusting things.
when they will literally push for violence and insinuate violence, and when it happens, they'll walk it back as a pressure relief valve, and then they will push more and more violence when things cool down. That's what
Well, no,
that's what
you already see
leftists
it now.
always
Like,
do.
So
just
what
go
the
on
hell are
X
we
and there's
supposed to
people
do
like.
about it?
I mean, I'm gonna keep my
Well,
mouth
there's
shut.
really
That's what I was
only
just
two,
gonna
there's
do.
really only two classes. I mean, the Republican and Democrat is fake, and all the like the left and the right is pretty kind of fake at the end of the. Ultimately, there's those with power and those without. So I mean, honestly,
Both sides are
not to be
correct.
like doomer, but like there really isn't a lot we can do.
No,
kind of
believe me,
except
I
kind of be
completely
aware
agree.
of what the fuck is happening.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Try to navigate
let's
that appropriately.
we'll show some exhibits of the things being
I
said
just
and
put
going
something in the
on.
back chat too for what
I'm
we
gonna
were just
try to
talking
keep
about.
it cool.
Okay.
I'm not saying she deserved it, but I'm saying God's timing is always right.
Dude, they're really subhumans.
Remember,
How
don't
are we supposed to
They're
rationalize with these
demonic,
people?
man. They're
don't get too angry about it. I had
Well,
to
no,
go
this
take a
is the
chill
thing that
pill.
makes being a Christian a hard thing. Like this is
Yeah,
what makes
true.
being
Yeah.
a Christian really
It
fucking
makes me
hard,
want to do
man.
some bad shit, dude.
What Bible are y'all reading?
I,
My
I'm
my
gonna
God tells
have
me
to.
my
Hold
God
on.
tells me anything done after this point is a defense,
Yeah,
and that's okay.
we're gonna have to say Old Testament for the next couple of
No,
years.
the
I
New,
think.
New Testament
All right.
even.
Well,
There we go.
I'm talking more about what I want to do to them, and like I'm not talking about just getting
Yeah.
revenge. I'm talking about like
Oh no.
torturing, like suffering.
I'm in the same boat, dude.
No.
All
See,
right.
see
All
that
right.
that part's not necessary. Remember remember these people. If anything ever pops off, what makes these people laugh now will make them cry later.
Yeah,
Because
true.
these types of people, these addicts, these mentally ill fuckers, when push comes to shove, 99% of them are gonna be woefully incapable, and they're going to
Yeah.
reap what they sow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that are like, no matter what side of politics you're on, you should never celebrate something bad happening to someone. I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people.
Charlie Kirk just got shot. Well, breaking fucking news, folks. Seems somebody just took a shot at one of the
Oh my
fastest
god, that guy is such a loser, dude.
Charles Chucklefuck Kirk.
He looks inbred.
That bearded guy always does those videos in front of the fence or whatever. I've stitched to a couple of his stuff on TikTok before. I think he blocked me.
There's
Fuck him, dude.
so many of these. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Like little compilations like that, tons and tons and tons of them.
The internet detaches people from reality, so they don't. They're just. This is just like a story for them. They're not.
Well, and
understanding
there's
the full
just
gravity
as
of the
many.
situation.
There's just as many leading up to the event too, right? There's just as many that enabled all of that.
Yeah.
So
These are
that's
the
just
same
the
people.
aftermath. That's just them celebrating the aftermath. But there's elected Democrats that are calling for this stuff. They're calling for the
Did you guys see that Twitter? Do you see that X post from that guy that was going to there? He was talking about it. He said something's going to happen tomorrow.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I saw that
the trainee dude. He's been
Rooney,
like,
yeah.
investigated by the FBI.
Yeah.
These videos are from the same people who
70.
would say, why don't these Republicans have sympathy and empathy for
Yeah.
this man who just wants to wear
Literally.
a dress because it gives him an erection?
Literally.
Like, these are the same people who are playing the moral high
Hey,
ground and are
we
cheering on
might-
a cold-blooded mother.
Crawling in my skin.
Okay, here we go. We'll do that too. Let's
I'm going to the basement and break shit.
Let's check it out. Let's check it out.
What has just transpired is tremendously disturbing. It is the latest evolution instance from political violence in the United States and
Yeah, true. I mean, you're gonna have to answer for it.
You know, beyond rhetoric, we need to talk about action, and we need to talk about, yes, there are words, but most importantly, we are in a job of leadership. We are in a job of action. We are in a role and a position where the American people are looking to us to do something about this. And every single day, people are dying due to gun violence in America.
Oh yeah.
I fucking hate
the
these people.
fuck up, you
Shut
fucking-
up.
Oh yes, we're going to assassinate your leaders, but please give us your guns.
They
Yeah.
continue to support legislation.
Put her
and
back in the
also
bar.
Move anyway to block the mentally ill, to block
Dude, put her in
extremists,
jail,
to block
dude.
people with
You hear that, right?
records of domestic violence from getting guns in their hands. So are we going to do something about this or not? We have
What? So she knows who the shooter was.
So
Don't
she
pull
calls
up
for,
the second one I posted, by the way.
calls
if you
for
can pull it up.
all those things. Like, let's get rid of the Second Amendment because of this event.
Yeah.
But
Of
wait,
course.
Democrat behavior.
yeah, well, it is.
And they're the ones that did it.
Bro,
Dude,
this
this right
is
here.
not even human behavior. This is what I'm trying
It's
to
literally
point out, like, where
not.
the train is at the station. What do you do with these people? What do you do with these people who are literally dancing to this man's death, his father's death?
I have a solution.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
And that's what's going to happen, OG. There is no more talking.
Yeah, don't pray for peace. Don't pray for peace. Pray for victory.
Well, you said it's worth it
Yeah.
to keep the Second Amendment, right? How did they respond to that?
Oh, bro.
Oh, bro is right. Oh, bro is right.
I try really hard to yeah. It's hard right now.
Yep. We're all thinking it, man.
Yeah.
Check this video that I'm about to
Dude.
post.
Like
Check this one out.
All the gun laws in the world wouldn't have saved that Ukrainian woman.
As soon as it happened,
Right.
look at this fuckwit right here. The one I just posted.
But a decent judge would have. A real judge would have.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Not a fucking DEI hire. Someone who
Literal
actually passed a
DEI,
fucking
yeah.
bar exam. Someone who has actually been a lawyer before.
Yeah, wasn't he? Didn't he have
Don't
like
be a
14
racist.
convictions or something?
Oh my
Don't be a racist, Nacho. You don't need a law degree to be a lawyer.
Oh yeah, true. My bad.
Yeah.
You just need to be a person of color.
There's nothing
Yeah.
shown in that.
You just got to be a
OG.
person of color.
Not that I see. Let me look at it again real quick.
I don't see anything in either. I was just making sure because
Yeah, I didn't see it. 'Cause in my
That
Discord,
moment
I
is-
have quite a few angles on that one. Like I thought he got hit in the chest when I saw it, and then I saw the
It's a
up close,
bait
and I'm
hook
like,
tactic.
fuck.
Yeah.
You could tell he
I
was
would get out
gone
of the
from the
house.
long distance. You could tell he was
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
And it,
Absolutely.
Even before the blood
President
afterwards, he was
try to
dead
get that.
before he bled
Bro,
out.
You don't. You're
Let's-
talking Yeah. Sorry. Abe.
this is at the event. Like
Yeah, but that's
Look
what
at
I'm
this.
saying. Like, that's not
Cheering.
unique to the
Cheering.
right. Is all
Yeah,
I'm saying.
just
Not unique to the
I
Democrats.
sent that to
I
Nacho.
I'm
think
surprised he didn't get the
In
shit
person.
beat out of him.
Just
at the
impressive.
event, you
Dude,
guys.
I would have
At-
if I was there.
I think that
I'd be in
at-
jail if I
both
was there.
sides
Dude.
are racing
No,
towards
as
it.
soon as you
Crazy,
hear the
crazy.
shots,
So I
on
mean,
that,
if I
like,
have
the
to
instant
pick
thing is to
between
run
right wing
shit
or
with
left
that,
wing
like,
socialism, or
let
right or
that
left
dude,
wing
like,
authoritarianism,
The
gonna
problem
pick
is the right in America is
right
so
wing, I guess,
fragmented
because it's the closest to
and so
somewhat
factionalized.
safe for Christians. I
right?
mean,
Because
under left
I'm a right
wing
winger, but economically I'm
socialism,
a centrist, right? I go
historically,
left or
Christians
right depending on
have
the
been
situation.
crucified and murdered.
Culturally, I'm
Not
a
that
right
it will be
winger.
any better under
Yeah,
right
but
wing.
we have libertarians,
But it's
we
like-
have
So-
regular conservatives,
Yeah,
we
but-
have Nat Sox.
I'm
We're
looking
so
for what's
fragmented
left
and
for
we don't work
Christians.
together. That's the
So-
problem.
Well, there's actual diversity of thought on the right. On the left, there's no diversity of thought. It's just fucking
Yeah.
demonic bullshit.
It's a hive mind.
So this goes back to what I was
It's
saying
just
earlier.
hedonism.
We may not know who did this, but regardless of who did it, we see who's cheering. We see who's celebrating. We see who's
Exactly.
acting this way. You can come up, Marte. You can come up, dude. Jump in.
We see the shadow. We see the boogeyman who did it.
Come on.
We may
Come
not
on.
have the individual responsible, but we have the ideology and the common enemy that's
Who's
responsible.
Marte?
Means and motive.
Oh, that guy from one of those
Marte
panels
Reyes,
the other night?
he has debated with like as Andrew's partner and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's cool.
Marte.
Oh,
Yeah.
Remember he done that 2v2 against Chuck?
Yeah,
What I
against
thought.
enemy Charlie. Yeah. I don't know, man. Oh,
Yeah, here's another thing to think about too. Is like what Nacho was saying earlier. Not that long ago, what Charlie Kirk stood for was pretty much, unanimous amongst the right and the left.
Yes.
Like they literally were only difference on like a little bit of social issues here and
Like-
there, and maybe some foreign policy. But for the most part, like everybody agreed when it came to like traditional values.
Yeah, like late 90s, early 2000, it was like that.
Did you watch that clip that I posted in the back chat?
hold on. There's so many in there.
Don't post anything else I showed.
The one from Alex chat.
Okay.
Here, I'll post it. I'll repost it again.
No, I got it.
She's like, wait a minute, don't show any of that stuff.
Because that was what somebody shared, and they were like, I think it was actually Alex Jones. Alex Jones.
Not because I don't disagree with it, but because for channel safety.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll play that. Hold on. Hey, Saint, I see you. Hold on. 57.
Like even Shanky Uger is like, if he's faking his outrage, he's doing a really good job at it. Because
I don't believe any of them.
I don't believe anything that comes out of that guy's mouth.
I don't either.
Because here's the thing.
He's calling everybody.
These
out.
fucking scumbags have continued to do. They've done this for the past like 10 to 15 years. They
fake.
do all they get to play both sides of the field, right? And the only people that they're just pandering to their base. So they're just making themselves. They're just using these events as ways to look better for their own base. So they get to say they get to go out there and they say, "You guys need to get active. Everybody needs to take action. We need to be radical. We need to be this. We need to do that. Everybody needs to step up. They need to take charge. They need to." And they rile them all up. They call them racists and bigots and anti-Semites and homophobes and Nazis and fascists, right? And they get everybody riled up. And then when somebody does something, then they get to say, "Oh, we really condemn violence. We would never endorse that. That's so bad. Oh,
I mean,
it's
honestly,
just so
it's at the
awful."
point where they're
And they
not
play it
even
up to their
condemning
base
it.
like, "Oh, we're the good
Huh?
guys." Right?
Don't play it up there.
You get to play both sides.
Yeah,
Did you
they're
say-
fake. Go ahead, buddy.
Did you say don't play it up there? Or do
Yeah.
play it up there?
It's just a clip of Charlie Kirk.
Political radicalism needs a catalyst. Political radicalism does not come out of peace, prosperity, rising wages, stable families, church attendance, and happy people. Happy people, grateful people do not get behind Vladimir Lenin, and they certainly don't get behind Chavez or Castro.
That's right.
People that own nothing, that feel like their property is diminishing, they don't have property, or their dollar is diminishing in value, they start to look for alternatives. And so the political project in front of us as conservatives should be, how do we actually de-radicalize the country in the next couple of years? That's my obsession. And that's why I say I try not to think about all this other stuff, because it just, it's so much brain space. My number one obsession is I know what is coming next. Political radicalism needs a catalyst.
Wow.
Well, I can see why a lot of people would want him dead after that.
Yep.
It's terrible. That's really terrible.
Wow. Mehdi Hassan also was tweeting about how basically, oh, look at all these right wingers calling for, because people are criticizing the mayor of Chicago. I just lost a tweet. I think I sent it to somebody in here.
Is this still that little goblin lady?
Well, speaking of Hassan, the second to the last video I posted is his reaction to it happening live.
Mehdi Hassan.
Mehdi Hassan or the stupid
Piker, Hassan Piker.
Jesus.
Okay.
I need another drink.
Let's see. Hold on.
Dude, I've been chain smoking all day.
God, I would be too if I still.
Same, bro. Same.
If you live in a
I'm gonna
liberal
load a bowl.
stronghold,
Anybody wanna
maybe
smoke
you
with
should
me?
leave.
I left a
immediately.
long time ago.
No, I'm just saying to anybody, if you live anywhere near a liberal stronghold, get the fuck
Yeah.
now.
I wanted to tell a bunch of my conservative friends,
Just
but I
played
also
that.
told them like 4 years ago and they didn't listen. So I'm like, I don't really want to beat a dead horse.
Right.
Because the left is the one that'll start rounding people up first.
You can lead a dead horse to water.
Yep.
This is so bad that I have boomer family members talking about this, getting radicalized about this. Like,
dude, I've been working on this guy.
Everybody.
I've been working on a friend of mine from work for a while. It's gonna be like showed him the shit. He didn't see that. He didn't know about the train girl either. Like every time some shit like this happens, I'm just like working on him. But he started off as like but right before the election, he was like a Nikki Haley, like a super moderate, like boomer conservative type.
Yeah.
A Republican
Did y'all
type.
see Charlie's last tweet? It was about the train girl. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, something about radicalized.
Oh yeah, it was, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure I have it, actually.
Wait.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yep. Let's see. Do I have it? Let's see. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, are we not, man? I definitely empathize with that.
Okay, there's that. Pause. Make big. Share.
That's crazy. I ran a Spartan race actually, like several years ago in Charlotte, and it was bad then. It was really bad then.
Spent plenty of time in that area when I was in the military. So
comes up, takes out a knife, stabs her to death. 14 times he was previously arrested. 4 times. 14 times. He comes up and just stabs her to death. Situations like this are a nearly daily occurrence in our cities. We do not have to live this way. You can create a society and a culture where you can get on a train or a subway and not be Iryna Zarutska and get stabbed to death in the neck because some black criminal decides, I'm just going to go do it. 14 times he was previously arrested. And all of the Koch brother-funded liberal criminal justice BS is the reason why guys like him are still on the streets. 14 times. Let's put this back up on screen. And Iryna Zarutska, why did she come to America? She was fleeing violence in Ukraine. It turns out it's more dangerous on subways in Charlotte, North Carolina than a war zone in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Judges and prosecutors should be put in jail.
She leaves
for
a
that.
literal fucking war zone in Ukraine and can't survive public transportation in the US. How fucked up is that?
It
And
is.
there's no guns.
It's completely
There's
fucked.
there was no guns, so this whole like gun violence bollocks that they're trying to push now.
Yeah.
Like that's how you know these cunts are full of shit. There's
Yeah.
no
In China-
rationalizing with these people. The train has left the station.
I'm
In
just
China,
gonna
people
say we
use
don't have a
cars.
gun problem in the U.S.
A Democrat problem.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's just it's
We got
just
you, OG.
wild to me. Just wild. All of this is it's too much.
Well, I'm just afraid like it won't be
The
there won't
average
be like a
American,
peaceful
the
option
normies,
anymore.
I think, are waking up. The normies are hitting a tipping point, and I think that's ultimately good.
This was it. This was their tipping point.
I think so too.
It has to be their tipping point. They have to see that you can't rationalize with the left. We cannot share a country with these people. Charlie Kirk was the most moderate voice in modern conservatism, modern right-wing politics. All he
Very
wanted
moderate.
to do was debate these people.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
he
why he
wanted
was
to win them
targeted.
over. That's what he wanted.
Ironically.
He wanted to win people over. Through conversation, he wanted to win people over. Like, thank you, Kieran. It's
Well, at least they didn't crucify him this time. That's the same shit Jesus tried to do.
I mean, it's the same. It's the
Hey guys,
same.
I'm just here to talk.
Yeah.
Just here to show you a better way.
Hey guys, you have to
Oh.
stop doing usury. Hey, you know what?
How about no?
Son of a bitch.
It's time to flip some tables.
Right.
No. What we need to do is start braiding the whip. Fuck a table.
Yeah,
People forget
braiding.
a part.
Actually, that's a good way to say. Yeah, we just need to braid the whip.
Well, people
We don't need to do anything
forget.
yet. Don't need anything crazy.
People forget that Christ saw them exchanging money in the temples. He left the temple and went and braided literally made a whip from scratch
On the hillside, while just outside watching, while he weaved it, and then went in and used it with an intention.
I'm down.
What a W, dude.
I'm
Jesus
down
is a W.
too.
I mean,
The ultimate
I've heard many people say that's their favorite Jesus. You know,
eternal W.
Yeah, but I heard
that's
Jesus
the
was a
kind.
hippie.
That's the kind of Jesus we need now.
We need
the
dark
tragedy. A friend of mine told me that the tragedy in this, and it sounds fucked up at first, but the tragedy in this is the silver lining in it, I should say, is that people are going to realize that we can't negotiate with.
I mean,
Yeah.
There's a cusp, man. It's
the first.
Well,
the first
it's
faction,
not that they realize that we shouldn't negotiate or that we can't negotiate. It's just that we literally, we're not able to. Yeah, like if you negotiate, they will still kill you.
That's what he was trying to do.
It's
They'll
like the
take your
first-
shit and then kill you.
the first faction to kick suicidal empathy as an aggregate wins.
it's well, I mean, I think there's more to it than that, but I think it's the first to stand on truth wins.
Yeah.
The first to realize that we are at war wins.
Yeah, I think that's the reality. I don't even think it matters. Yeah, I think whoever just
If that's the case, then we're already at a disadvantage because the left has
Yeah.
been thinking of this as a war for decades.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case. I think
Decades
it's
before Charlie Kirk was even born.
Yeah, but you also have to be able to carry out the force as well. And I don't think the
once
left
this
is
side
very good
does
at
that. It's going to be
that.
decisive. I think.
That's why the left protest and do small scale assassinations and bombings.
Well, that's why they want all the. That's why they want all the weapons. That's why they want all the Second Amendment to go away because it's not. They're not going to win a fair fight.
No, I mean
that's why
we
this
have all
Not
like the
fair.
military trained people and all the people that own
Well, that's what I'm
firearms.
saying. We don't want that.
Yeah,
I don't want
it
that.
to get to
But
that.
if it's gonna happen, I know
Nobody
what side
wants
I'm
it.
on.
Yeah, I mean, nobody wants it, but it seems like it's almost inevitable. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, we're going into left wing authoritarianism or right wing. No, there's really no way out. Because if we wait and sit on our hands while we have all the levers of power, they're going to fuck us when they get back in power. It just is what, and they've demonstrated that they will do that. They try. That's what they did to Trump before he got back in office.
Like at this point, do you think that's going to happen? Do you think that the levers of power and the institutions are even capable of maintaining anything at this point?
Yeah, for a power grab, yeah.
If something happens, it'll snowball at this point.
I think the levers of power right now are just like a rocket booster. You know what I mean? There's something that will be cast away to get to the power. To get to the end goal. But yeah, I mean, If
what
we
the
don't, then they
military
will.
says
They
about
will
this,
fucking
and
burn it
that'll tell
all to
you
the
what's gonna
ground to
happen.
get to their throne.
Of course they will.
Yeah, they'll
Look
say
at
whatever they want to until it actually happens.
look at what military personnel and the leadership in the military are going to say about this in the coming days, and that'll tell you what is going to happen.
That's a pretty fair estimation.
Yeah, maybe.
Because if the military takes a stand, it doesn't have to be the military official like the leadership or the brass. If the majority of soldiers in the military are
Yeah.
annoyed and disgruntled by what the left did today,
Yes.
then you're
Yeah,
set.
that's true. Yeah.
It's
Which
it's
I
the
don't see why
boots.
they wouldn't be. I feel like even the most
Because
left,
here's the problem. A
military
lot of
member would
leftists
like
are in the military
Charlie
as
Kirk
well.
to sing.
Yeah, it's
Remember the young man who was a West Point graduate that had that was wearing a communist flag T-shirt and had hammer and sickle written on the inside of his officer's hat. The left, here's the problem. I think the last estimate was about 30% of the U.S. military has extremist ideological sympathies, and about 20% of that are leftists.
No, I don't think. I haven't heard any news if they're caught yet or not. I
They
hope
have
they
not
freaking
been
catch.
caught.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
watching
they're
the news right
holding.
now. There's a manhunt.
I think
Yeah, no.
they're possibly holding back information
Look.
to aid the prosecution.
Yeah. I pray to God that they find him. Like,
If they
lickety
don't, it's
split.
going to be even worse. What's going to happen in the coming weeks?
You're not wrong.
The boomer that they arrested was not the guy.
No,
and then
he wasn't the
I
guy.
think they investigated the tranny person, and he didn't have anything to do with it. You can hear that
But-
person talking to Kash Patel in in a leaked interview.
That's
or
what's
in a leaked
crazy is that
investigation.
guy was making a whole scene. So now there's people that are trying to piece together, like, why was this guy making a scene? Why was he causing so much trouble? Why was he essentially going along with this? Like
John
being
Castle
a
just, I think
decoy
he put it out there.
while
That was a
giving the
decoy.
guy time to get away.
There was a former FBI agent. I don't know how high he was. It was pretty high. He was on Fox. And he said he gave his opinion that this was an organized political assassination, an organized hit.
Of course.
Who said that? On where? On CNN?
I can't remember. It was on Fox News. I can't remember his
Oh, on
name.
Fox
It was done today.
I think
I think it is too.
That's what Alex Jones was saying too.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's almost inevitable something's going to be
I know.
organized. It's just a matter of who organized it and at what level they're operating. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're pros or they're from the CIA necessarily or something, but I mean, these people, the left is way more organized than the right typically gives them credit for.
That's true.
I mean,
so, I mean,
yeah.
We got to realize here that what the left has is that they do not they stick together no matter what.
They're
they will stick together.
Yeah.
Well, you could say that, but not no matter what, because the moment they turn away from the ideology, they're castrated and pushed away.
But that's part of that, though, right? That's part of that's the enforcement
Right. That's how
mechanism. It's like the only way out is you're getting canceled, like you're getting fired from your job, you're
Your
getting
life.
fucking destroyed. You're going to destroy your life. Yeah, you're going down forever. Like you're never going to
how do
work.
they cancel you?
You're never going to work in this town again.
Actually, that part is not all the way correct. The left's power came from U.S. aid and the financial backing of the U.S. government. Now that has been shut down because leftists infight more than any other group because of that Marxist doctrine, that intersectionality, and the factionalism between different races, even the religious left. Believe it or not, there are religious communists. Like, the left infight more than any other group. What sets them apart is they will set those differences aside to swarm on anybody right wing.
I don't think anything's going to come from it. I think specifically from the
Sorry,
right wing.
Barefoot,
Yeah.
I muted you because I could hear your dishes.
Yeah, I think that's probably a more accurate way.
I just
of
think
saying
that
He's
Well, I
holding
mean,
his dishes.
Well, the thing is, like,
the
I
right
know
essentially
it because of the
will
politics
just
I used to be in.
allow
Part of the politics I used to be in,
the
we
administration
would
to
infiltrate
seize power. I mean, that's how I
left-wing
feel.
Antifa groups and Unicorn Riot and places like that, and we would
I
just
don't think
sit
anybody
and
will
watch.
commit violence back.
They infight like a motherfucker. The difference is they recognize the common enemy. the right needs to start doing the same.
Well, I think it might after this.
Well, that's exactly what we're talking about, isn't it? This is the galvanizing event. That's what's happening right now. We're seeing a pulling together of everybody on the sides once again because
Well,
of this
what we
event.
need to see is right-wing politicians start speaking out against this and start attacking the left and start condemning them, because that's one thing about
That's
the
kind
right.
of what
Especially
Trump
when,
just did.
Well,
yeah,
that's
well,
the
I
danger.
mean, Trump will, but I'm talking about actually, like, like the Lindsey Grahams, like there's, people we call
Right.
rhinos and stuff.
But
They
that's
have
the
to see
danger. There's a danger there, though. There's a danger there, though, because if they do it and it comes out that this person was something other than what we believe it to be, then it's going to make all of those people look like idiots, and that's probably exactly what they're thinking. We shouldn't say anything yet, because if it comes out that it's not that, then we're going to be the ones that look like fools. We're going to be the ones
Politicians
to
are
blame.
too self-serving.
Well, the thing is, the logic is there, Abe. But the thing is, how else could it be anything other than what it is? What else could it be? Because
Well,
even
it does-
even if it was some foreign, let's take it to the most extreme fantasy, right? Even if it was some foreign agent that did this, why would they do it?
To get us to fight.
Well, yeah, to get us to fight. How would that even be a possibility? Because we're already on the precipice of fighting.
I think it
We're
almost doesn't
all
matter
really tired.
what it is at this point.
It's just
that's
to
my
keep.
point.
It's just to keep division up. It's like to keep the separation at. It's like a bread and circus type shit.
Well, the left has already done that. They tell you they don't want to be a part of your country. They tell you that they don't want you to exist.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Like-
but
like
dumbass
that-
boomers don't pay attention.
Well, they
Right.
will when they will when Antifa comes in and tries to take their property, and then they'll say,
Right.
"We're
Well,
not
hopefully they'll
communists,
pay
we're just
attention today. I
anti-fascist."
mean, the boomers like Charlie Kirk. They watched neck get blown out. Oh,
Boomer
actually-
Waffen activate. All right, maybe Day of the Pillow is sustained. All right, Boomer. All right, Boomer.
Day of the Pillow is sustained.
Holy shit! I gotta stop fucking gambling at the casino and actually do something. After I take this next cruise, I'll really get my shit to really get activated. Fucking boomer.
Dude, I'm activated as hell right now.
I know one thing for sure, and I think you can all agree with me, is that the left cannot get back into power. Like, like the right has to fight like hell.
You can't. You have to. Yeah. I mean, I fucking hate. I don't like the idea of installing JD Vance after Trump, but I would. You know what I mean? I'm not voting for a fucking Democrat or leftist.
Yeah, I'm with you on
I
that
don't.
one, man.
I
Like,
don't
JD
want
Vance.
fucking Palantir. I don't want fucking American Social Credit Score.
Dude, I'll vote for
But I'll
Bozo the
fucking
Clown
do it.
before
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll do it before I do leftist craziness.
It's gonna be an interesting few months after this.
That's really something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's disgusting, man.
You should show a picture of his
They
kids and
hate
stuff.
you.
I got
They
so
all
angry
fucking-
at the women in my chat saying hashtag not all leftists. I just pulled up a
That-
picture of his wife and kids and him. And I'm
Yeah.
like, this is why I say all leftists.
This is the same thing. I've talked about this before. That's that specific versus general, right? If you can't think in general terms and realize that an ideology is bad because the generality of it is bad, but not all specific people in it, then you have a problem.
Yeah.
You can't jump to specifics every time. Not all, but it's that whole thing. Men are stronger than women. Well, not all men. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Literally.
I'm pretty sure Ronda Rousey can beat some men up.
I
I'm
would
pretty
beat
sure.
Ronda Rousey's ass. Okay.
It's
I'm an
just the whole
average
thing.
guy
It's
with
like-
average fighting experience in wrestling. Okay,
always
but
tends to
I'm
specifics.
6 foot and
Yeah.
230 pounds. I would beat the shit out of fucking Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, even
Okay?
Ronda. I think she even said it one time a while ago that she said, like, she's like might be one of the top women fighters, but like pretty much any man off the street could probably destroy
It's
her.
a whole
with
different
one punch.
game with men, just based on like obviously the arm strength and like the muscle the ability to just activate our muscles when we need to, especially with adrenaline. Like women don't have any of that.
It's just that whole thing, man. It's the general versus the specific, and don't take it to the specific every single time something's a general statement. And that comes down to compassion as well. What do you know?
Yeah, I'm so sick and tired of hearing that stuff. Well, whether it's this person, I'm not like that. I'm not like this. Like it's so old.
Yeah, it's always the first thing that gets said too.
Oh, I did not mean to post that in general. Not bad, but it's
All right, I'm gonna take off. I gotta go to work in the morning. So.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
But I'm
thanks
so
for
like.
stopping in.
Yeah, have
man.
a good day.
Do you want to tell people where they can find you, Nacho?
Yeah, go follow me on. I'm trying to grow the TikTok a little bit because I'm trying to do some multi-stream, some panels over there. So definitely go follow on TikTok, follow on X, Rumble, YouTube. I'm doing a live stream every Wednesday right now. I'm trying to do one Saturdays too. But for sure every Wednesday. We're doing some goofy shit. We're doing some random stuff. About to start doing some uploads of the men's league. We got obliterated this past Tuesday. We got fucking blown out 10-1, so that'll be pretty funny. If I start doing some men's league super cuts of the videos, so see how that goes. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, you too, man.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Come on, bud.
All right. I'm going to bed. We've had too long of a night. Got started late, so appreciate you guys for stopping in. If you want to go keep watching Abe Dinkus, go watch Dinkus. I'll post a link in the chat.
After this event, everybody who has a belief, you have a look. Now is
There's
the
the
time to
link.
understand.
I'll have a good night.
Wait,